has West Ashley's football first performances been so far to you?
I've been proud of the group with the way we've competed throughout the first 4 games that we've had. I think the biggest thing is just continuing to grow. We're a young team, so just trying to grow every week and get better each and every week and do the things it takes to win. And I feel like we're really close, but close for horseshoes. So we got to find ways to really win and get it done.
And what would you say are some of those ways? Because I see on the side of the field as I take pictures as what you guys call, and they are good plays. But since you're like an actual coach, what would you like say, like offensively or defensively, that you guys might have to work on?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just execution. When the play's called for me to make the play, whether it's the throw, the catch, the tackle, the interception, or whatever, we got to find ways to do it. And to me, it starts with in practice, just the consistency of doing the little things and making the play when it comes to me every single time. And sometimes that happens because of frustrations of, you know, not always being the guy to get the ball or not always being the guy that the play is called for me. But just being a good teammate and when that time does come, when it is my time, making that play and being focused so that I can make that play.
How has it been since just a new upcoming coach coming to West Ashley teaching, like how you said, this young group,
Yeah.
just leading them?
It's been good, man. It's been good. I can't complain at all. I think the biggest thing is just getting our culture established, and I think we're really close to having that fully established and having our expectations out. I think the next step is really to get the football side caught up to where we really want it to be at. Right now, like I said, we're really close, but close for horseshoes, and we've got to find ways to get it done on the field, in game and in practice.
What would you say, since this week is a bye week, is one of the things that you guys might be looking forward to touching up on during practice?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just restarting with our fundamentals and techniques, just trying to clean up what the expectation is for each individual position group. And then from there, it's just trying to put our guys in situations where it's very game-like and they have to make those same plays in practice so that, when we get to a game, it's not anything new to them or anything like that.
What would you say is one of the things that you saw when you were working with, besides execution, that maybe some of the guys were missing out or could have done better on?
Yeah, I think it's just the details and of the fundamentals of our positions. It's not nothing, too specific, as far as plays or anything like that. But it's just the little teeny details of in your position. Like it may be to take this kick set instead of another kick set, or it may be to get closer to someone to make this tackle, or anything like that. It may be the little spot that I have my eyes looking at one thing rather than another. So it's just those little teeny details that we have to have every single play. That's going to make the biggest difference. And so, we're going to push that this week and see if we can, get a little more consistency out of that, and that should help us get another W or under our belt.
Do you think there's any other real bumps that has been going on coaching wise, or just like on the team practice or in game?
Yeah, I think with us, we're pretty we're about 4 to 5 weeks into kind of how we do things every week. So we're starting to get consistency in what practice looks like and what each individual day looks like. So I think it's just continuing to do that, and for us coaches to continue to be the same person every day, so that our athletes know the expectations don't change each day. And I think if we can do that and we can, again, execute, then we got a chance to compete with anybody. And I truly believe that.
Do you know who your next competition is after the bye week?
Yep. So we got JI at JI after the bye week. So that's going to be a big game. That's a rivalry game. So, anything can happen on a rivalry game. So, we got to be prepared and got to be ready to go when that time comes.
So are you going to be making sure that the guys are being pushed like extra hard in practice and just making sure that they're going 100%?
Oh yeah, well, one thing I talk to the kids about is no matter who we play, the expectation is to practice the right way, and to do the things that we need to do to win every week. So, obviously having a rivalry week coming up off a bye, that's going to be big, and everybody's going to be pumped up for that. But again, to me, it's no different. You do your job the same way you would if you were playing anybody. If you played the New England Patriots, it'd still be the same job as you would have to do every week, every day in practice, as if you were playing James Island or whoever else. It doesn't matter who we play, it's how we play, and West Ashley not losing to West Ashley.
On your guys' versus win, what did you think was a key factor to that win that you guys might take over into the JI game after the bye week?
Yeah. The biggest thing that I saw in that win was just the togetherness, the connection that we preach, and that's part of one of the pillars of our team, the connection and the brotherhood of everybody working together for that common goal, and not caring who gets the credit, just caring about getting the job done, but also the physicality and the extra effort that it takes to win. And I think we've had that in spurts in other games, but it's time to put it together. We're hitting region play. This is opening up our region play. So, now the preseason is over, and now everything we do from here counts. So, we've got to find a way to get it done, and really put everything together and make a run.
Is there anything else that you're looking forward to on the Wildcat team as coming over as a new coach with preseason being over with?
Yeah. The biggest thing is, just I'm looking forward to just seeing the growth that we continue to have. We're a really young team. We've got quite a few sophomores starting. We've got a freshman starting, and we've got a good bit of seniors too. But we're either a senior or very young. So just continuing to see the development of the team and the development of the kids. It's tough because there was a head coaching change, and I'm here now, and now, we've changed a lot of things, how we carry ourselves, what our offense looks like, what our defense looks like, the way we do things on special teams, the way we practice. So it's been a lot of change for those guys. And so now, like I said, just getting consistency, and this is what it looks like every single day. And I'm excited to see these guys continue to grow, because from the time that I've got here to now, we've had crazy growth. And from the first game to now, we've had crazy growth. So just continuing to see them grow and have success in the things that we're trying to do and accomplish, even if that's, not in wins. Obviously, we want to win, but having the success of seeing the things that we do in practice pay off has been huge. So I'm excited to see those guys continue to do that, and I'm excited to see that hard work's going to pay off here in the next week or so, for sure.
What would you tell any other new coaches or maybe football players that will see this? Just like any advice or like a goal since you're a new coach, starting here at West.
Yeah. For players, always believe in yourself, but you got to put the work in. There's no substitute for hard work. You got to work hard, and you got to do the little things. And when it comes to football, football's a simple game. It's about physicality, it's about execution, and it's about not hurting yourself with penalties and stuff like that. For a young coach or a new coach, the biggest thing is be yourself and have your standards that you have, and make everybody meet that standard. And be yourself, because if you're not yourself, everybody's going to know. And so I truly believe that being yourself, doing the things that got you there, and also just working hard. That's going to help you have the success that you want to have, and also get you to where you want to be.
And what would you say to any coaches that might be starting new at schools or anything?
Yeah, have your expectations, have your daily expectations for the guys and also for yourself, and make sure that you're meeting them, and then be the leader that that your group needs. If you're if your group needs you to do this, then that's the thing you need to do. And so try to lead by example, but also lead by voice, and make sure that you're doing what it takes. And then from there, hold your kids accountable and make sure that they're meeting your expectations and doing what it takes too. And one thing that I always try to do when I was before I was a head coach was I always tried to make my position group the best group on the field. Because if I did that, then I know my guys were prepared, and I know that, we had a chance. And so I always try to make your group the best group on the field. And most of us coaches played at one point in time. So to me, the way I look at it is keep the competitiveness. Just because I'm not playing doesn't mean I don't have to be competitive. I still want to be competitive. It just looks different. Now it's being competitive in, hey, my group is, carrying the team, or my group is helping the team in this way, and my group has the best grades on the team. Any of those things, man, that'll truly help not only develop your kids, but also help that program out at wherever you're at.
Kind of just like to touch up on what you were saying in your last sentence. Have you like enjoyed your leadership skill with like a younger group of guys? Just working around them and all.
Yeah, yeah. So leadership is one of those things that I feel like you always feel like it can be better. And so for me personally, trying to make sure I'm the leader, obviously of the program that this program needs, but also trying to help delegate to other coaches to have that leadership throughout the program and those different opportunities. And then same for our guys, like our seniors. We've had a rough couple games, the last few games. So telling those guys, hey man, y'all have been through this. Y'all have put the most time in out of all of the players on our team right now. You guys have to go pick them up. You guys have to show them the right way to respond to things, the right way to do things in practice and all of that, because that's going to help carry those guys into the future. And so, as a young player, most young players are going to look to the guys that's been there and done that for guidance on how to do things and all of that. So, be what you need, what you think you needed, and then also, be in the moment and help teach. Just because, hey, we're not having success right now doesn't mean you can't be the thing that helps us get success. And so that's something we've been preaching a lot right now, and I think it's going to pay off in the long run for sure.
What's some of your expectations that you have in mind for the upcoming season, since you guys are out of preseason now?
Yep. Now, I mean, the biggest one is win them all. If we can win them all, then that'd be perfect. But now it's continuing to compete at the highest level. We'll be on the road for this first game out of preseason. So now it's trying to make sure that we do whatever it takes to win next week, and then from there we'll be back at home. So it's winning at home. One of our team goals is to go undefeated at home. So right now, obviously, we've lost one game at home, so we won't be able to go undefeated at home, but we can win the next one at home. So that's still a goal of ours, so we're going to push towards that. But right now, the biggest thing that's on our mind is getting better and make sure West Ashley does everything West Ashley needs to do to win the next game.
What was something you say to players to keep their heads up from the losses that you guys have faced?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing is we're getting better, but the execution still has to get better, and that's a huge thing for us. We've been talking about it, for a while now. The little things, those little teeny things that we think don't make the biggest difference, do, and so. We're getting there physicality-wise, and we're getting there as far as not hurting ourselves. West Ashley not beating itself with penalties and stuff like that. We still got a ways to go with that, but we're getting better for sure. But the biggest thing is execution. When that time comes, when that play comes, and it's my turn, I got to make it. And I can't make excuses about it. I got to find a way to make that play.
Is there anything else you'd like to touch up on, or anything else you'd like to say?
I think, like I said, the biggest thing is, as a program and as a culture, we're getting there, and football is not far behind it, and I mean, we're coming. Believe that for sure.